Hey Capricorn, what is up? Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead. Sorry it's a day late. Got a little bit backed up in the private reading department. Had to make good on all of those readings and get them done. So thanks for being patient with me, but I am here. I'm here to do your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the week ahead. Let me just, what are we going to start with here? We are going to start with, we will start with the Light Seers Tarot. Now, if you are someone who is here brand new and you've never been here before, my name is Elsie and I am ℚ𝕼𝑗𝐻 Tarot. Well, that's what we're calling this end of YouTube. We're calling it ℚ𝕼𝑗𝐻 Tarot. It really is made up of a bunch of really awesome people. People who are lovely, kind, uplifting. You know, we just don't do the negative Nelly thing here, and that's just that. This is a safe place on the web for you to be able to come and rejoice and be uplifted. And I do my best to make sure that all the other low vibers get stuck in the filter. All right, so I do have this deck here. I'm starting with the Light Seers Tarot. If you're interested in any of the decks that I use, I will call them out as I go along. I don't leave them in the description. It's a lot of work. You guys have a lot of decks. And so if you're interested, this is the Light Seers Tarot. There is a link down below, Amazon.ca. I do have an Amazon store. If you do decide, oh, it has a listing of all the decks that I own, all the decks that I want, that I'm dreaming for in the future, and a lot of things that don't have anything to do with tarot. Just products that I enjoy that I've gotten through Amazon. So if you're interested in looking there, go ahead and do that. If that bothers you that I get 10% of those sales, no problem. You can get them from anywhere you want. So this is going to be a general reading. If you don't know what that means, please look below and please take what is yours. And I don't really need you to argue with me about what applies to you and what doesn't. What I understand is that it's a general reading. It's not your personal reading. If I was giving you a personal reading and I was absolutely off the mark, by all means, let me have it. But, you know, I don't really need to hear your negativity when it comes to the general readings that we have here, because they are for general. Like, it is a general reading. I'm taking energies from everywhere and trying to make sense of it. So if that's not what you're here for, then there's lots of great readers on YouTube. I'm just saying. So yeah, we're just here to do Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, trying to be high vibing. If you want to know what your Moon and Rising sign is, though, you can go to the top and go to my About page. Go right to the very bottom. You'll see Sun, Moon, and Rising link. I don't have any affiliation with that page. I just really enjoy it. Gives good information. All right. Blah, blah is done. Here we go. Oh, I've been told to cut. I'm sorry. I keep getting scolded to cut these decks. Yeah, keep getting scolded. Okay, but I am going to ask for Archangel Michael for guidance, and Archangel Chamuel, please, for understanding in this reading for you, Capricorn. And I am also going to ask for my angels and guides. I do need help with signs and symbols. I do hear and see things while I read. Okay, so we're starting with the Ace of Swords. So it looks like you are wanting some clarity about something. Clarity, conversation. That's what air cards are, right? Air being swords, and swords being Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. So it looks like you could be wanting to talk to someone in that sign group, or it's just that you just need some clarity on something. Let's find out. Is there clarity that's needed here for Capricorn? There we go. Four of Pentacles. It's something that you've been hiding, something under your hat, something you're playing close to the chest. You need to divulge something to someone. What do you need to talk about here? What do you need to talk about here? And that Pentacles, that's Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Who do you need to talk to here? What sort of things have you been holding close to the chest here, Capricorn? Oh, that you need to close a chapter with someone. You need to close a cycle. And I think you've been holding that close to the chest. Either you're going to be, maybe the person that you're closing the cycle with, you haven't let them know yet. That could very well be. What else do we have here for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the week ahead, please? Too many. For the week ahead, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. All right. And there we have the Hierophant. So it could be that you're wanting to close a chapter on a marriage. I think that you, yeah, I feel absolutely certain of that. That is closing a chapter on marriage. You could also be quitting a job. Hierophant is also corporation. You could be quitting a job, but with the cards that are prior to this, I mean, well, no, it could be read as a job as well, because the Ace of Swords is clarity. It's about having a conversation, something that you need to speak to someone about, something you've not been telling people, holding it close to the chest. And then we have the World, which is the closing of a chapter or ending of a cycle. And then we have the Hierophant, which could be love, marriage, or corporation. Let's keep going here. Very interesting. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, please. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. There we go. The Empress. Empress is the mother of the deck. She is also someone who is Libra and Taurus. So she's very creative, which is the Libra part of her, and the Taurus part of her is the creation as well, but she is also a leader, you know, stands in her own shoes, and she's very good with making decisions, good in business. The Empress is a creator, and she can create life, but she really is helpful with creating opportunity for herself and whoever else in her life that she can help have opportunities for. So let's take a look at some clarifications here and find out why the Empress is here. But we'll start at the beginning with the Ace of Swords. This deck is called the Wisdom Seekers Tarot. I love it. It's sort of unlike any of the decks that I have, which is nice. And I just love the depictions on them. That's justice there. All right. Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords. Oh, that's cutting. I'm cutting. I keep getting scolded for the cut. Okay, so Ace of Swords, please. Ace of Swords. Clarify Ace of Swords. Thank you. We have the Tower. So the Ace of Swords is the Tower. It's a big conversation, guys. Yeah, Ace of Swords again. So we've got two Ace of Swords and a Tower. This is not going to go well. This conversation is turning into a tower. So this is the Fountain Tarot. It's a brand new deck for me. Where it is that? There we go. There we go. Fountain Tarot. It's a beautiful deck, and it's got lots of great energy. I love the way it shuffles. And it's got a silver lining, if you can see it. Yeah, it's got a silver lining. I love things with a silver lining. Okay, so what's going on with this tower? Tell me about this tower here, please. Oh, yes. I'm sorry. The cut. Okay. So we have Ace of Swords twice and then a tower. So tell me about the tower, please. What is the tower for? What sort of a tower is this, please? Tell me about the tower. Thank you. This tower is about work, or it is about self-mastery. Oh, you know what this is, though? What I just heard that this is harvest. That's what this is. The Seven of Pentacles is, or the Seven of Coins, is planting the seeds of intention and waiting for things to grow until harvest comes. This is harvest. So this is the tower you've been waiting for, Capricorn. This is the one that's going to change the trajectory of your life. This is the one that is going to change everything. What else do we have here? We have, yeah, the Hierophant. So it is about marriage. So whomever I'm speaking with, Capricorn, if you are married, there's about to be a really serious conversation about this marriage here. Got the Hierophant later in the reading too, so we'll take that. Please tell me more about the Tower for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Thank you. Yeah, because you want a new start. So we've got the Page of Coins. Now, the Page of Coins is someone who is young. Yeah, the Page of Coins is someone who's young. So it could be someone that's younger than you. There could be an age gap between you. But I think the thing to be learned here is that there is an Eight of Coins and a Hierophant. And the Hierophant is the marriage, and the Eight of Coins is the harvesting. The Page of Coins is starting new again. So I think that what we're seeing here is that there's going to be a conversation had about a marriage that's going to dissolve. One more card for the Tower, please. Or tell me what the conversation is about. Tell me what the convo is about. Or, yeah, or the Tower. Anything you'd like to tell us, please. Thank you. The Knight of Swords. So something that you're not expecting. Maybe you're the one that filed for divorce. Maybe it's the other person. I have a feeling that this relationship is already broken and that you either have been waiting on them to file or they've been waiting on you to file. I think you get your walking papers and you aren't so sad about that. But it does, in fact, bring another Tower. You see that? Yeah, it does in fact bring another Tower, and that Tower is about you feeling left out in the cold. So I think that this is the Five of Coins, by the way. I think that even though you knew this was coming, I feel like this is no surprise to you, Capricorn. It's no surprise that this person has filed for divorce, but I feel like it makes you feel less than anyway. I feel like you feel like they are putting you out. The fact of the matter is that this is something that is going to bless your life anyway. That who wants to be stuck in a relationship that's not working for either person? I feel like this relationship broke a while ago and you guys have been separate from one another, but there hasn't been anything that's come in terms of anybody sending anyone a decree of divorce. So I think that's what's coming here. I think what catches you off guard here is that you didn't think you'd care about it. You didn't think you'd feel this. But yeah, you didn't think you'd feel sad about it, but you spent some time with that person, and so you married them for a reason, right? Okay, so the Four of Pentacles. Now, what I think is that you have a divorce that is coming up, and I think you're going to get some paperwork soon, if you haven't gotten it already. And I feel as though that the person that you're with now, that you're in a relationship with, you're keeping that information close to the chest, and I don't know why. Let me just pick up the cards I threw, because, you know, that's what I do. I throw cards and drink wine. That's what I do. Okay, so the Four of Pentacles, please. Clarify the Four of Pentacles. Why are you not telling your person? Four of Pentacles, please. Four of Pentacles is clarified by the Two of Coins. So you don't want to go through this divorce because you're tight on money right now. I feel like you're balancing. You're really trying to balance everything in terms of finances. This is the Two of Coins, and it is about your physical balance. Well, I'm not going to say physical balance. So it's not about your equilibrium. It's about being balanced in life, you know, having enough to make ends meet, being able to, you know, pay your rent, do all the things that you have to do, pay all your bills, and then have a little bit left over. But I feel like lately there's nothing left over, that you're just basically getting by. And you think that, you know, this is a bad time for the divorce because if you end up losing anything financial in this divorce, it could really impact your life negatively. We have the Knight of Wands here. I think you have someone on your side. I think you have someone already who could be a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. You could have someone on your side, but I feel like you have someone in your life who is the Knight of Wands energy that kind of mutes your the harsh reality of, you know, things being short right now. I mean, we're in unprecedented times here, right? Things are short right now for everybody who's lost a job or been financially impacted in some way, can't go to work because they're sick, that kind of thing. We have the World card, by the way. When you close this chapter and you close this chapter, this cycle, you are going to learn a karmic lesson. So whatever you learned through that last relationship, take that with you and don't repeat it. Don't repeat it. If you're trying to make this relationship into another relationship, or if this relationship reminds you of another relationship, you're probably not doing it right. You need to do it differently in order to be able to not repeat that cycle. You need to do things differently. So why is the World here? Please clarify the World card. Thank you. The World card is clarified by the Seven of Swords. So yeah, you are closing this cycle because you no longer trust this person. You felt as though they either lied to you, stole from you, or just kept things from you, and that caused a rift in the relationship. Then there's the Four of Swords, and after you found out they lied to you, it was just time for you to heal. You just needed them away from the relationship so you could heal. Then we have the Eight of Swords, and for the longest time, I feel like you were stuck. Like in communication and connection, you were kind of stuck and didn't really want to deal with anyone one-on-one. But I feel like you're still. I feel like you know this is coming. You know that the end of this relationship is coming and it will end in divorce. But for some reason, you're stuck in that energy. You're stuck up in your head. You're overthinking it. And I'm not sure why. Maybe you still have feelings for that person. I don't know. But you're stuck in that energy for some reason of not really wanting to close the chapter. Why is the Hierophant here, please? Hierophant, please. Clarify the Hierophant. Clarify the Hierophant, please. The Hierophant is clarified by justice. So, yeah, Hierophant and justice, this is a broken marriage to me. This is legal, and this is going on with marriage. So the Justice card tells me that, yes, this is, in fact, a marriage that broke, and that there will be a divorce on the way soonish. What else do we have for the Hierophant here? Please clarify. Clarify the Hierophant. I was going to say Hairify the Clariphant. Thank you. Okay. And we have Eight of Wands. So I think this whole divorce thing is coming by sooner than you expect it to. That it's probably in the works. Like I said, if you don't have the paperwork now, you will have it soon. So the Empress, clarify the Empress, please. She's the mother of the deck, right? She's Libra and Taurus. She's someone who's very creative, someone who's very connected to spirit. Clarify the Empress, please. Clarify the Empress, please. No, that's okay. Take your time. We'll wait. Empress. Clarify the Empress. Clarify the Empress, please. All right. There we go. We have Five of Cups. So, yeah, I think that even though you're strong, you're a leader, you know, you're well connected to spirit, I feel as though you still feel sad about the ending of that last relationship. That it's, yeah, it's a sad thing. I mean, it is a sad thing anytime a marriage breaks down, but I feel like you made this decision yourself, and you were the first person to pull the plug. I'm going to say that's what I just heard, pull the plug. You were the first one to pull the plug, but you're feeling bad about that because you feel like you left that other person out in the cold and that they didn't deserve, they deserved it, but didn't deserve the harshness in which it was felt, I think. All right. So let's take a look at one more round of clarifications here. See if we can get more information for you about what's going on. And this is the Wisdom Seekers Tarot. It's beautiful. It's got great depictions. I love it. And yes, I'm going to cut. Just hang on. Give me a second to shuffle. Hang on, hang on. Okay, so this is not going together here, and usually when I'm trying to shuffle and they're not getting in there, it tells me that this is about to get ugly. It's forcing the issue. It's arguing about the issue, and yeah, I feel like this divorce is about to get kind of ugly. But I don't think it's because the person who you're divorcing wants it to be ugly. I feel like it's their family or friend circle that wants it to be ugly for some reason. All right, so we have this tower here. We have two, actually. Two towers on the conversation. We know it's about a marriage breaking down. The tower that we have is the second tower is about you. It's about the Five of Coins and you feeling left out in the cold, what we have here is judgment. So there will be a judgment made on you by this person. They're obviously someone you know from the past, and they want a reconciliation. Now, that doesn't mean they want to get back together with you, Capricorn. What it means is they want to reconcile the differences that you two have had. So I feel like they don't want to they don't want this thing to go off the rails, but I have a feeling it's going to anyway, and I'm sorry to say that. And it's only because I feel like that there has been a decision made here. Two of Swords, Five of Cups. You know, I feel like there's been a decision made here to close this chapter, and leaving you out in the cold. And the Judgment card tells me that things are not great between the two of you. And although you want them to be okay, I feel like you know, not being able to, you know, try this again. Yeah, not being able to get these cards together right away, I feel like tells me that there's going to be resistance, right? There's going to be resistance with this whole thing here. What else do we have for the Five of Coins and the Tower, please? Five of Coins and the Tower. Thank you. I get it. Hang on. There we go. And we have the Prince of Cups. Prince of Cups is actually the Knight of Cups. This person's bringing an apology. So I think that they understand their part in all of this, that maybe they blamed it on you, Capricorn, but they understand their part in this, and they're coming to tell you that even though the relationship is broke, the divorce is going through, I feel like the judgment is, the reconciliation part of it is, we don't have to be angry with each other anymore. We can just let each other go into our own lives, and I'm sorry that things turned out this way. But I'm looking at the Four of Pentacles, keeping it close to your chest. You're not telling your person. If you have another person, you're not telling them, and I don't know why, but you feel like with Two of Coins tells me that you're financially unstable at this point. You're really trying to make ends meet. And then you have someone in your life who is the Knight of Wands, who gives you a lot of passion, but I don't know that they necessarily help you financially. So let's take a look here. The Empress. The Empress is, like I said, Taurus and Libra. She is someone who is a creator. So I feel like maybe you two, you do meet somebody else. They see how beautiful you are, creative, lovely, potential of having a family with you. What else do we have here? Ten of Wands. And then they help you put down all of the actions, all of the burdens that you've collected on your chest, on your shoulders, all the mean things that have been done and said to you throughout this whole divorce process here. We have the World card, which is closing this chapter, closing the cycle, and but you're still hesitating on that. Why is that? Why is the Eight of Swords here, please? Hesitating on closing the cycle. Tell me about hesitating on closing the cycle. Hesitating on closing the cycle because you have a business of your own. Nine of Pentacles. I feel like you have, that's right now you're single, like not divorced, but you're considered single. And the Nine of Pentacles tells me that you have a business of your own. You might be scared that they're going to try and take part of your business. Maybe that's why you haven't been so forthright with this new person. You don't want them to really have that information. The Queen of Swords is here. You are about to, you're about to cut someone a new one. If they try and take your business, the Queen of Swords is out. She is out, and I think that you are going to have a lot to say. And everything's been cordial up to now, but I have a feeling this person has other people in their ear that says, take him, take her to the cleaners, get whatever you can. So we have the Justice card clarifying the Hierophant, which tells me there's a divorce. The Eight of Wands tells me that it's coming really soon, and it's clarified by the King of Pentacles. So if your person was someone who is in a business, is financially stable, and you were the one that was struggling, this person is the one that's coming to you to tell you that it's time for you two to get a divorce. Nine of Swords is here. They are also wanting to put down the burdens they've created with you, the connections and communications you've had that were not we're not kind. So we go from the 9 to the 10. Yeah, they just want to put down their burdens and get out of Dodge. That's all. They just want to be done, and they don't want to have to fight over it anymore. So we have the Empress here, and she's clarified by the 2 of Swords, telling me somebody's made a decision. 5 of Cups, about the person in their past, and I think that's you. The 2 of Swords and the 5 of Cups, please clarify. 2 of Swords, 5 of Cups. 2 of Swords, 5 of Cups for Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and oh, Jupiter. Thank you. Flipped it over. There's the World. Yeah, you are closing this chapter. So, yeah, you've made a decision that with the person in the past, you are closing the chapter. There really isn't any clearer, you know, the person from the past and you looking into the past have made a decision to close the chapter. So, I feel like, yeah, there is a divorce coming here. And if you are the one who's waiting on the divorce papers, if you haven't filed, then you're going to be getting those fairly soon. Now, you're keeping this close to the chest. You're not telling the person that you're with that you're worried about closing the chapter with this person. But let's get some advice from the Divine Energy Oracle. Divine Energy Oracle. Please give us some advice for Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. First one we got to speak up. You do have to speak up. And when this person comes for your business, that's when you're going to get a little bit angry. Rejuvenate. Make sure that you are fully healed before you see this person if you don't want this whole thing to go off the rails, because divorces can get pretty ugly. You know, it comes to a point where you just are angry and you just want to hurt that person. Try not to let that happen. Remember, you are responsible for the energy you bring to a room, and if you're going to bounce anger off the universe, it's bound to come back. That's the way it goes. One more card. Well, you gave me 3. I'll take them. 4, admit your vulnerabilities. So whatever it is, when you talk to this person, admit your vulnerabilities and what they are, within reason, of course. Take the lead. You are going to have to take the lead in this divorce, because the wake-up call is that person is lazy and they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it if it doesn't come with, you know, they're not going to do anything about this divorce. They want to see if you're the one that's going to push it through. So build on solid ground. I think that with this relationship, it can be salvaged as a friendship, as it can be salvaged with kindness. I think this person's intention is that they don't want to fight anymore. I don't know necessarily that's how it's going to go down. Whomever I'm reading for, and I don't know who you are, but I feel really strongly that this person's coming for your business. So you might want to make preparations and legal blockades regarding that. And yeah, that's really all that I have for you today. Capricorn, thank you very much for coming and watching, for giving me your support and your love. I really appreciate it. If you're interested in a reading before going into the new year, or going into the new year, if you want the first 6 months, please let me know. I'm at @𝐿𝐶@10ofcupstarot.ca. Anything else you need is probably in the description below. Please let me know if this resonated. This is a really good story, and I'd love to know who it belongs to. All right, I'm going to go. See you guys next week.